Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all good and welcome to Current Affairs in Flux. Let's begin today's daily current affairs. Himanta Biswa Sharma re-elected as the president of Badminton Association of India, that is BAI. Yeah, the full form of BAI is Badminton Association of India. The yeah, the Himanta Biswa Sharma has been re-elected for a second 4-year term of the president of BAI, and he is also the current chief minister of Assam, where he was first elected as the chief of BII in the year 2017, and he also serves as a vice president of Badminton Asia and a member of Badminton World Federation Executive Council. Here, the headquarters of Badminton Association of India is at New Delhi, which is founded in the year 1934. Next one. Robert Abela has sworn as the Prime Minister of Malta for the second term. Yeah, the Prime Minister of Malta, that is Robert, has been sworn in for a second term after his ruling Labour Party won the 2022 general election in a landslide victory, where he was first sworn in as Prime Minister in the 2020 January after the former Labour Party leader, and the Prime Minister Joseph Muscat resigned, and he is now re-elected as the Prime Minister of Malta for the second term. Here, the president of Malta is George Vella, whereas the capital is Valletta, and the currency of Malta is euro. Next one. Pramod Sawant takes oath as Chief Minister of Goa for second term. Here, the Pramod Sawant took oath as the Chief Minister of Goa for the second straight 5-year term, where he led the BJP in the recently concluded 2022 Goa elections, where he won the 20 seats in the 40-member Goa Assembly. Yeah, the governor of Goa is P.S. Sridharan Pillai. Recently, we have also seen that Yogi Adityanath takes oath as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh for his second term, whereas N. Biren Singh, who took the oath as the Chief Minister of Manipur, and Bhagwat Mann also sworn as the 17th Chief Minister of Punjab. Next one. Gilbert Hongbo named as the next Director General of International Labour Organization, where Gilbert from Togo will be the next Director General of ILO, that is International Labour Organization, and he will replace the current Director General Guy Ryder from United Kingdom, where here the Gilbert was elected by the UN agency government body, where he was former Prime Minister of Togo and will be the 11th head of the agency, and the first African to hold the post as a Director General of International Labour Organization. Here, the headquarters of ILO is at Geneva, Switzerland, which is founded in the year 1919. Next one. FedEx appoints Indian-born Raj Subramanian as new Chief Executive Officer. The FedEx, which is the world's largest express transportation company, has announced that its new Chief Executive Officer will be Indian American Raj Subramanian, where he has more than 30 years of global experience across strategy and operations, and he has also led the company through a period of tremendous growth, where the US multinational courier delivery giant, that is FedEx, was previously helmed by Frederick W. Smith, who is the chairman and the CEO, and he will now be its executive chairman. Next one. IFS officer Renu Singh appointed as the Forest Research Institute director. Here, the Renu Singh has been appointed by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change as the director of the Forest Research Institute in Dehradun, that is FRI, and she will be the institute's second woman director, where she joined as Forest Research Institute director after the Rawat, who is the Director General, has handed over his additional charge for the Director FRI to her. Here, the Chancellor of FRI is Arun Singh Rawat. Next one. SIDBI has signed an MOU with Meghalaya to grow the MSME ecosystem. Here the full form of SIDBI is Small Industries Development Bank of India, as the full form of MSME is Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Here the SIDBI, which is a regulatory body for overall licensing and regulations of MSME financing companies in India, where it is under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Finance, which is headquartered at Lucknow, where the SIDBI has announced that it has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Meghalaya government of Meghalaya Infrastructure Development Finance Corporation to develop the state's MSME ecosystem. Here the chairman and managing director of SIDBI is S. Raman, that is Siva Subramanian Raman, whereas the chief minister of Meghalaya is Kornad Sangma and the governor is Satyapal Malik. Next one. India's first steel road featured in Surat, Gujarat. Here the Surat features a road created entirely of steel waste, which is one of the best instances of the sustainable development. And this steel waste is taken from the ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India Limited, which has collaborated with the council CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, for this project. And this trial project is a 1 kilometer road with 6 lanes. So far the path has proven to be reliable, with every almost 1,000 trucks which weighs about 18 to 30 tons drive along the steel road. Here the chief minister of Gujarat is Bhupendra Patel and the governor is Acharya Devrat. Next one. India ranks 4th in Hurun Global Under 40 Self-Made Billionaires 2022 list. Here the Hurun Research Institute has released the Hurun Global 40 and Under Self-Made Billionaires 2022, in which India ranks in the 4th position, whereas if you see the top 5 positions, USA stands in the first position, followed by UK, China, India and Sweden. If we see about the country wise, USA led with a list of 37 self-made billionaires, whereas the China with 25, UK with 8 and India with 6 and Sweden with 3. These are the top 5 countries which stands in the Hurun Global Self-Made Billionaires list. If we see about the individual persons, Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Meta and the Facebook, is the world's richest self-made billionaire, aged 40. If we see from our country, Mukesh Ambani is in the 9th position with a net worth of 103 billion US dollars. Next one. A book titled Spurti Pradata Sri Somaya, authored by K. Shyam Prasad. Here the book title Spurti Pradata is released by Vice President of India M. Venkaya Naidu, and this book is based on the life story of late Sri Somapalli Somaya, who is a social worker from Andhra Pradesh, where he dedicated his life to reform and the betterment of society for 50 years, and he participated in the Satyagraha of 1948 also. And this author of this book is K. Shyam Prasad. Next one. Niti Aayog and FAO launched a book titled Indian Agriculture Towards 2030. Here the FAO means Food and Agriculture Organization. Here the Narendra Singh Tomar, who is the Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, has released a book titled Indian Agriculture Towards 2030, where in this book it represents this book represents about the Indian agriculture towards 2030 and the outcomes of the deliberative process of national dialogue by Niti Aayog. Next one. ICRA cuts India's GDP growth forecast in FY23 to 7.2%. Here the rating agency ICRA has lowered the growth forecast for India's GDP in FY23 to 7.2%. Earlier it has estimated the GDP growth of India would be 8%. Now it has lowered to 7.2%. Recently, we have also seen that UNCTAD, that is United Nation Conference on Trade and Development, has also pegged India's economic growth rate to 4.6 percentage. Earlier, it would be 6.7 percentage, and it has lowered to 4.6 percentage. Next one. Max Verstappen wins 2022 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Here, the Max Verstappen, who represents Red Bull Netherlands, has won the F1 2022 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at Saudi Arabia. And if you see, Charles, who represents Ferrari Monaco, came in the second position, and the Carlos Sainz, who represents Ferrari, came in the third position. And recently we have seen that Charles, who represents Ferrari, has won the Formula 1, that is F1 Bahrain Grand Prix 2022 at the Bahrain International Circuit. And now this is the Saudi Arabian, which is won by Max Verstappen, wins 2022 Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Next one. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and stay strong.